Hello everybody, this is Valencia and welcome to my channel Balloons and Business, where I show you the business of balloon and event decor. Now I know a lot of you come to my channel looking for a way to DIY the decorations to your next event on a budget. So I'm going to show you how I made this entire setup for under $100 using all items from TEMU. TEMU is one of the largest online retailers in the world, selling everything from clothes to shoes, to appliances, makeup, cookware, and of course, event decorations. Right now, TEMU is offering new users a $100 coupon bundle using code DTH4264 in the TEMU app. TEMU is also offering new users a coupon to get any one of my picks in this video for just $1 today using code DTH2547 in the TEMU app. To apply these coupons, all you have to do is go to the description box below this video or go to the top comment that's pinned in the comment section under this video and copy and paste the code and then click the link. The link will direct you to the TEMU app where you can sign up and start shopping. Then you can click on the U tab in the app and then click on the Coupons and Offers tab. Then copy and paste the coupon code into the box and then click apply. So if you're ready to see how I made this setup, just stay tuned. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up this golden arch frame. This arch frame comes from TEMU. It's 7.2 feet tall by 4.3 feet wide. Now this is very easy to set up. It comes with directions and it took less than 10 minutes to put together. After I assemble my arch frame, I'm going to get my white backdrop cover. This cover also comes from TEMU and it fits this arch frame perfectly at 7.2 feet by 4.3 feet wide. Now the cool thing about this cover is that it comes with a zipper, unlike the other covers that I've been using, which is great because I don't have to worry about the bottom of the cover riding up. The zipper keeps it from doing that and it gives it a nice sleek look. Now it's time for the balloons. So these are clear 260 balloons, and these are the long balloons that you make balloon animals out of, and there's 100 in that pack. And then these are the shiny chrome gold balloons. There's 100 in that pack. And then we have white sand, black, and white. All of these packs have 100 balloons in each of them. When you get these balloons, they do not separate the sizes. All the sizes are thrown into one bag from 18, 12, 10 and 5-inch balloons. And again, that's a 260 balloon right there. I also got me another electric balloon pump from TEMU. So before blowing up my balloons, I'm going to separate these balloons by size. I'm using mainly the 12-inch, the 18-inch and 5-inch balloons. I don't care for the 10-inch balloons. I try not to use those, but as a last resort. Normally I buy my balloons wholesale, so all of the packs are sold by the size, so they're not all thrown together like this. So I'm just going to blow up 2 balloons at the same time, and those are the 12-inch balloons. I'm going to round them out by releasing some air from the bottom, and then double twist the neck and tie these balloons together into dupes. And I just want to show you what the balloon looks like, the firmness and the nipple, not too bad. I will say that none of these balloons popped on me, so that's a good thing. That right there is an 18-inch balloon. Now, each of these packs only came with 5 18-inch balloons, which is one downside to these kits right here. So I'm going to have to use these 18-inch balloons sparingly. So now I'm going to double twist 3 dupes or 6 balloons together into a cluster. So for each cluster, I'm going to have 5 12-inch balloons and 1 18-inch balloon. Now I'm going to take my 260 balloon and I'm going to tie the ends together to make like a rubber band. And then I'm going to wrap that 260 around a couple balloons in one cluster and twist. Then I'm going to wrap that same 260 around 2 to 3 balloons in another cluster. And this is how I am connecting my clusters to make my balloon garland base. So when you're adding your clusters together, you want to wrap the 260 around the 12-inch balloons rather than the 18-inch balloons, because you can fit more balloons in when you do the 12-inch balloons. And I'm just alternating the colors. Now, the gold color I'm going to add on later because that's more of an accent color. So my main colors for this balloon garland base is going to be the white sand, and the black. So to attach my balloon garland base onto my backdrop, I'm going to use a 4.5-inch backdrop clip, and I'm going to double tie a 260 to that clip. Then I'm going to clip it on to the backdrop. Then take my balloon garland and wrap each end of that 260 around the balloon garland and then tie the 2 ends together. So when connecting my balloon garland to the arch frame, as I get to the top, I'm actually going to connect the balloon garland from the back. And the reason why I'm doing that is because the balloons have a habit of overpowering the frame of the arch to where you're like covering up the arch's natural shape. So I'm actually connecting it from the back as I get to the top. So I'm going to connect it one more time at the bottom there, and then I'm going to connect it again at the very top from the back. And that way you don't really see the clip too. Once I pull those balloons over, you don't see the clip. So for my balloon garland base, I use 9 clusters of 6 balloons for a total of 54 balloons. So now I'm going to be adding clusters of 4 balloons to this balloon garland to thicken it up. So I'm just going to tie one end of a 260 to the cluster, wrap the 260 around a couple balloons in the pre-existing balloon garland, and then tie the 260 into itself. And I'm just going up the balloon garland, adding in clusters of 4. So you see me do 4 black, 4 white sand, 4 white right there. I'm going to do another 4 with the black balloons. And then I decided to add another 4 at the bottom again, because I like to beef out the bottom of the balloon garland and let it stretch out a bit. So now I'm also adding in those gold clusters. Now, when you see the numbers on the screen, I'm just showing you how many clusters I'm adding total, because I know a lot of you guys want to know like how many balloons I use total. So I'm trying to give you a number. Now, as I'm adding these clusters, I'm also rearranging the garland to the shape that I want. I would suggest that you back away from the balloon garland and look at it from a distance when you start adding clusters, so you can make sure that it's the shape that you want it. And don't be afraid to play around with these balloons. You see me adding in, twisting in extra dupes in there as needed. Over time, I've created sort of a formula where I can, figure out how many balloons I need for a balloon garland, but still this does require creativity, and sometimes you just winging it. So right now I have a total of 94 balloons when I added on those extra clusters. So now I'm going to add on my 5-inch decorators. I'm tying them together into dupes and twisting them into clusters of 4. I'm cutting my 260 balloons to save on material. And then I'm just wrapping the 260 around one balloon in the garland and then tying it to itself to add in my 5-inch clusters. Now I'm adding these smaller 5-inch clusters at a ratio of one smaller cluster to one large cluster. So you see that one large black cluster at the bottom, I added one 5-inch cluster, then I added one small white sand cluster, one small white cluster, one small gold cluster. So I'm just adding it in at a ratio of 1 to 1. So that bottom left-hand side of the garland, I'm going to add in another dupe of gold balloons because I wanted it to spread out a little bit better. And then I added another 18-inch white sand balloon to make the top a little fuller. So in total, I used 152 balloons, and depending on how big you want this garland, you may need more or less balloons. So now it's time for me to add these really cool gold colored palm leaves that I got from TEMU. And first I'm going to put a balloon on the tips so they don't pop the balloons. And I'm going to use the tension from the balloons to stick these into the garland. So the last thing I want to do is add this happy birthday sign. This is a wood sign and it's painted gold. And I picked it because it's a good size for this arch frame. So it comes with some double-sided tape. So when attaching these signs, you want to press them firmly on the fabric and put your hand behind the arch to apply pressure so that it sticks nice and secure. And here's the finished product to this balloon garland setup that I made for under $100 using all TEMU products. Just a reminder that all of the links to the items used will be listed in the description box below this video. Also, just another reminder of the coupons that TEMU is offering for new users. The links to these coupons will be listed in the description box below this video and pinned to the top of the comments in the comment section. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, go ahead on and like it and please subscribe, and you'll get notifications on future videos on balloon and event decor. And until next time, I will see you guys later.